What's up, YouTube? This is Adam Nelson again with another info for your brain. Spanish indignants mark protest anniversary. Tens of thousands of protesters have gathered in Spanish cities to mark the first anniversary of the indignants protest movement. In Madrid, protesters headed to the main rally in Puerta del Sol. It's like a square in the center of the city. It's pretty popular. The movement was formed out of anger at the impact of Spain's deepest economic crisis in probably more than decades. I'd probably say that's a good way to put it, decades. Unemployment hit a record high in April in Spain, and the government has recently announced fresh austerity measures. The turnout in Madrid was huge and would certainly have met organizers' expectations, the expectations for the people who got it together. This is all reported from the BBC in Madrid. Spanish authorities had said they wanted the protesters to disperse by 2200, which is 10 o'clock. Well, by 8 o'clock, many of thousands of people were showing up. There was no way by 10 it was going to be over. It's impossible, okay? The government couldn't stop it. And this is why I'm making the video. There is a new world order, and there is an elite power structure who runs the world's governments and the world's monetary systems. This is all fact. Everything I'm saying is fact. One thing, and one thing only, is going to be a solution to the problem we have. There's millions of governments, peoples, employees, millions of military peoples, employees, personnel, but there's billions of people. Your Bible says there eventually will be a day that your government will be so corrupt, your people will need to rise up against it to correct it. And we can see this happening. A lot of things have been taken out of the school and changed to do something different, and a lot of that is due to because of the Roman Catholic Bible was changed by the Pope. Okay? I don't want to go into that, just take my word for it. Literally, the governments of the world don't want the people, us, to know that we actually have the power to bring back our habeas corpus, which the NWO took out. And to bring back other bills, you know, that Ron Paul has stated to bring back. Look up Ron Paul, by the way. This isn't a video about him, but he's really smart. He seriously needs to be the next president. If we aren't going to rise up against the government, and not say against the government, we don't want them gone. We need them. We need our police powers. We don't need a lot of the FEMA camps, Blue Cross, Red Cross stuff that's going on. We don't need all of the political powers of the world coming into one building and making a bunch of decisions without Congress's know-how. Or should I say, not even giving a slight notification to the public that they're going to make something called the North American Union. And it has already actually been agreed upon and signed that it will happen. This is not a treaty or anything like that. It's an agreement between Mexico and Canada to open the borders. This will happen soon. This is why Bush and Obama, Bush Jr. and Obama didn't really care much about border control, because they knew this was going to happen. Okay, so what's the point of all this? Everywhere, in every country you go, even in Spain, there's a lot of unemployment. America and Spain have something very similar. That is called a bloodline of Abraham. Okay? It doesn't mean you're white. Doesn't mean you're black. Doesn't mean you're Asian. It does mean all bloodlines could be a blue blood, which means a leader, a type of person whose blood is almost demigod, okay? Demigod slash semigod. It gets crazy, okay? The reason you see all this unemployment is because of the border control has been neglected. Millions and millions of people are coming over here and outside of Spain borders into Spain. And when I say here, I mean America. They're coming into America and working, getting paid cash. They're not contributing to the Social Security. They're not contributing to federal income tax. They're not paying taxes. They're taking all of our WIC money, and they're taking all of our free housing money. I'm not against that. I believe God created man so he could roam the world freely, put himself wherever he wants to be. I don't think there should be borders, but there needs to be a system in order to keep control of everybody. And this is why the New World Order is coming. The Bible calls it the beast. Not the mark of the beast, the beast. It's two different things. So, you see a lot of people rallying in Spain, a lot of people rallying in America. It's happening all over the world because they're basically, the word government in the confederation of government is diminishing due to the abuse the powers, the elite powers of the world have given to these branches. You think a military is owned by your country? It's not. I guarantee you it's not. Don't make me get into how much stuff says is American that's not even owned. America is selling off parts of Arkansas, Oklahoma, and New York right now to the Chinese. Here's the kicker. They don't have to follow American law in their jurisdictions, just like the District of Columbia in Washington. They do not have to follow American laws. They can do whatever they want according to Chinese law. Okay? That's cool. Why is this happening? America's in debt. America is charging the crap out of this land, which eventually they're just going to take back like they've done before. So, what is the point of this video? The point of this video is to show you that not only in America, but since YouTube is so filtered and the internet is actually, the robots are working great. It's horrible to say they're working great. When I mean robots, it's an index file. It looks across data across the internet, blocks and allows certain things, okay? Who do you think controls that? Well, usually Google, because in this country at least. They've censored it so you don't figure out that you have the power to rise up against the government. Now, there's an act here in America called the Occupy Wall Street movement. And this is not to get rid of government or get rid of Wall Street, but to fix the shit. Because obviously there is a lot of shit. Luckily I'm employed. I'm a hard-working person. I try to find any penny I can make. Even though it's probably not as much as I should be making. That's what you have to do these days in order to get ahead. A long time ago, when prime rate wasn't so jacked and the dollar was actually worth $1, people were living better lives. Stress-free, fluoride-free, hydrogen monoxide, hydrogen cyanide-free. This is stuff that they put into contrails and jets to keep them around, to control weather with HAARP. It's all about adding neutrinos to certain parts of the air. Look up High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Okay, you will find more conspiracy than you will any evidence that it even does anything good. Although, I know for a fact the way they set up their antennas or tri-gain setups, meaning you can actually eventually get to the frequency of light, and they're on the positive side of that, meaning it could go higher than this frequency of light. It could actually do things like laser, burning, controlling certain groups of charges, like charged particles. With their magnetic forces, you can create a positive here, negative here, create another positive. Oh, we'll just move the negative charge cloud wherever we want. It's nothing new. But it is something new to the public because YouTube is just now getting to the point where they can't filter everything. There's thousands of terabytes loaded up